So we're going into another session about the gifting, but not just gifting. We are talking about time as well. Dr. Dimitra Mersinia is a seasoned clinician, health and well-being strategist, coach, mentor with over 25 years of experience across medical, dental, neuroscience, coaching, and corporate fields. I mean, that's immense, Demetra, absolutely immense. I'm in awe of you. And as the founder of Mind, M-I-N-D, Your Health, Demetra integrates science, strategy, and personal empowerment to optimize health across all dimensions. You're going through thoughts, emotions, business, life, and physical well-being. It just incorporates all of life and us and what we are here for. And your methods really go beyond surface signs and symptoms to uncover the root issues. That's what's really come through to me from the work that you do, that I have seen you do. You're looking to simplify complex health information and guide us through precise and personalized changes. And your topic for this session is the gift, G-I-F-T, the gift of time and how to be a better procrastinator. I don't think I want to be a better procrastinator. Take it away, Demeter. Let us hear what this is all about.
Thank you very much, Sigrid. And yeah, procrastination is a bit of a dirty word kind of thing these days, but maybe I can persuade you that there is another side to it as well. Um, so let me start by asking you, do you ever feel like you're always rushing and at the end of the day you haven't achieved much? There are not enough hours in the day. So you rush even more to achieve even more, right?
Absolutely.
Have you ever caught yourself saying to yourself, oh, I just cannot do that. I'm just too lazy. I must be too lazy. I'm not good enough to complete this. And then feel guilty for leaving things undone for too long. I know I've done it. We've all done it at some point. So I will be introducing the idea that how we manage time is actually about how we manage our energy, emotions, and our environment. And that will be the gift of time. Because our relationships with time is a mirror of our relationship with ourselves, really. And it's very similar to what Joanne mentioned before. Having a better relationship with ourselves, leading ourselves, is a better way to lead others and to have better collaborations and relationships. So the average professional spends nearly 2 hours a day procrastinating. And procrastination is like a dirty word, as I said, but there is a twist. Not all procrastination is bad. And sometimes it is your mind's way of saying, stop, pause, slow down. You're out of alignment with something. And there's a little bit of a resistance of doing the next task. It may not align with your values. We tend to treat procrastination as a sign of weakness and maybe poor discipline. We argue with ourselves. We have this little chatter in our heads. We feel guilty or useless, right? So if I put this to you, what if procrastination wasn't the problem, but a message? So we live in times where busy has become a badge of honor, but productivity without really presence and grounding leads to burnout, regret, exhaustion. And especially in the extremely fast traffic of information that we go through every day with AI, with technology. And we are in the artificial intelligence era, but we don't want to lose the human intelligence, right? So our biggest challenges aren't time management, but I think they are mental overload, too many tabs open, too many shoulds, decision fatigue, choosing between urgent and important, and disconnection, losing sight of why we're doing what we do, getting distracted, getting sucked into social media, drowning in notifications. So what do? We procrastinate. Not because we don't care, but because we have managed to put mind, body, and purpose out of sync. And there are three types of procrastination. There's the biological. When your energy is very low, or disrupted due to poor sleep, nutrition, hormonal imbalances, and so on. And that is showing up as brain fog, not clear what to do next, feeling anxious due to overwhelm. Emotional, you're avoiding discomfort or uncertainty, and you feel frozen. You just do not know where to start, and you just sit there. And number 3 is purpose-based procrastination. The task is not aligned with your deeper goals. So procrastination often isn't about just laziness. It's about decision fatigue and maybe fear of failure or doing something. So every day, every time we delay a task, we are unconsciously managing uncertainty. And decision management is really about energy management. So the brain, when it's overwhelmed with choices or unclear priorities, defaults to postponing. And fear of failure to that mixed, the quiet worry that if I start, I might not finish it, I might not succeed. We create the perfect recipe for avoidance disguised as busyness. And the shift comes when we see procrastination not as the enemy, but as a signal, a clue pointing to indecision or an unspoken fear. So when we learn to pause, identify what's driving the delay, and make one small, deliberate decision, we start reclaiming the time, confidence, and clarity. So I'm going to ask you, take a moment just to think about something you have been putting off lately. Just it could be a project, a talk, conversation, or even a personal goal. You've got this in your mind? Now ask yourself, am I delaying this because I do not know what to decide next? Or because I'm afraid of what might happen if I do? So that single question can reveal whether your procrastination is a time problem or a trust problem, a lack of clarity or a lack of confidence. Once you name it, once you name which one it is, you can start to shift it. So the real question isn't how do I stop procrastinating, but is it what is my procrastination trying to tell me? So it's like flipping the frame and using that time of pause to really ground yourself and even trust yourself again. So learning from the concept of time, and we all have the same amount of time, by the way, it's really how we manage it. Time is not linear, and it's lived through our energy states. Your genes and environment influence your body clock, which is your circadian rhythm, cortisol cycles, your mental focus. So epigenetically, epigenetics is just how your environment affects and influences your genes. How you treat time changes how your body functions. And chronic rushing sends stress signals that alter your gene expression. So the gift today, the GIFT, is to ground, investigate, focus, and trust. So starting with the G, grounding, the main idea here is that slowing down is really a performance tool. Slow down to speed up. I know it sounds like a paradox, but it's actually held true. When you ground yourself, you pause, slow down, you create the mental space needed for clarity and creativity. And neuroscience shows that a calm brain uses energy more efficiently, while an overwhelmed brain just burns it. So grounding reduces cortisol and improves focus. So how do we do that? We just pause, put our feet flat on the ground. You can take your shoes off, it's even better. Shoulders relaxed down. And then do some deep breathing. Like the box breathing is usually ideal. So the box breathing is inhaling for 4, holding for 4, exhaling for 4, holding for 4. Once you've done that, ask yourself, what is the smallest next step that matters right now? Not tomorrow, but now. We're going to investigate your procrastination. And the idea here is that every delay carries some information for us. We have the destructive procrastination, which is driven by fear, perfectionism, avoidance. And then we have the constructive procrastination, leading to better decisions, lifting the brain fog, and leading to more creative outcomes. And in psychology, this is the productive delay. It gives the subconscious mind time to integrate information and refine ideas, leading to better decisions and more creative outcomes. So how do you investigate? When you hear yourself saying, I'm not doing this right now, I can do it tomorrow. I have fear of missing out about something that is trending at the moment in social media. So I can't do what I really need to do. I need to follow this. I'm too tired. I'll definitely start tomorrow. And so ask these 3 questions to reflect on. Am I delaying because am I tired or am I uninspired? So that's listening to your biology. Am I unclear about the next step? So it's about the clarity. Am I disconnected from my purpose? So this is about the meaning and your values. So only answering honestly turns guilt into guidance. So it's like curating your environment, your external environment and your internal environment, so that to give you the space to breathe. Then you could apply the better procrastination loop, as I call it. It's the 4 P's of procrastination. Pause, notice the resistance without any judgment. Probe, ask, is this fatigue or fear? P for pivot, adjust your environment, your energy, and your expectations. And the last P is proceed. Re-engage at the next aligned window of focus with the smallest action. Pick one thing from the kitchen bench to put it away. Just one thing. In 7 days, you'll have 7 items cleared if you're into decluttering. It's just the smallest thing. So instead of doom scrolling through the social media, just go outside and take a 10-minute walk. It's 10 minutes that is going to be more productive. Use active procrastination, like small restorative actions that indirectly prepare you for your higher purpose, your higher goals, your higher performance. And sometimes the most productive thing you can do is to stop and is to pause long enough to hear what your biology needs. F is for focus with intention. Do less, but do them better. The idea here is that focus is not about doing more. It's about doing what matters most in the present moment. And our attention and time are the most precious currencies. Wouldn't you agree? When we spread these 2 thin, we dilute the impact. And neuroscience shows that multitasking reduces efficiency by up to 40%, and in some cases even more. Our brain is not really designed to do a lot of things, or even 2 things at a time. Deep focus, on the other hand, activates the flow state when time really stretches and performance really peaks. So how do we focus? Identify your top 3 priorities each day, no more than 3. The brain cannot handle more than 3. Assign focused time blocks, 25-minute deep work. It's like the Pomodoro technique. And protect these time blocks like appointments with your future self. So it's like navigating stress by managing your focus rather than your time. And finally, T for trust your own timing. The idea here is sometimes waiting is wiser, pretty much like silence is golden.
Yeah.
There are seasons for action and seasons for inaction. Find your season. So learning to trust timing for rest, reflect, recalibrate prevents the burnout and leads to more sustainable results. Your circadian rhythms govern your energy, your focus, your decision making, your decision quality. And when you put this together and when you align with them, you enhance both productivity and well-being. So how do we develop that trust with ourselves? By mapping our energy curve. Notice when you naturally feel creative, you feel high in energy, analytical, or when your energy is low during the day. So it's mapping for the next 2-3 days. You can just like jot down when you're feeling low, medium, or high energy. Then schedule your tasks accordingly. So when you have high energy and you're feeling like really buzzing, do something that you've been putting off. because you will end up doing it. And when you're feeling low in energy, start doing something that it's something like to pick you up. So it could look like, for example, in the morning, you can concentrate on creativity and strategy. In the midday, you can do the execution. And in the afternoon, you can do reflection and connection. But this is not the same for everyone, of course. You need to map out your own rhythms. And there are always ways to find out your health type, become aware of your epigenetics influence, and time block your days accordingly. So spring clean your health and align your effort with your energy. So a gift may be hidden in delay. And procrastination doesn't have to be seen as laziness. It's more like communication. And sometimes your biology says, I need a rest. And sometimes your intuition says, not now, just not yet. And the goal is not to eliminate procrastination, it's just to become aware of it, understand it, and refine it. To use it as a cue for pause, realign, and act with more purpose. So when you honor your biology, curate your environment, navigate stress with awareness, and sprinkle in your health, you don't lose time, you reclaim it. And you stop reacting to life and start creating it. So wrapping up, GIFT. Ground yourself, slow down to speed up. Investigate, listen to your procrastination message. Focus, simplify and prioritize what matters the most. Trust, align with your body's natural timing. So time isn't something to manage, maybe it's something to partner with. And the most successful people don't eliminate procrastination, they upgrade it. They learn when to pause, when to push, and when to simply be. So today, I would invite you to unwrap the gift of time, to honor your rhythms and reclaim your energy, and give yourself permission to live in alignment with what truly matters the most. Because the real gift of time is not having more of it. It's knowing how to use the time you already have wisely and intentionally. Thank you.
I absolutely love that. Thank you so much, Dimitra. You have given me so much to look forward to for my next upcoming time before this new year comes along. This gift that you've given us in this detailed presentation. The thing that really stood out is, what is my procrastination telling me? And I think that is wonderful, because it really flips this idea it's a bad thing. It's actually a great thing. So I really, really appreciate that. And thank you for sharing those details with us at this time. Thanks,
My
Dimitra.
pleasure.